Hello, I'm Reverend Elder Cecilia Eggleston, moderator of Metropolitan Community Churches, and I'm talking to you today. It's a time of great uncertainty, a time when the world is watching and wondering and trying to take action around COVID-19. I know that many of you have already made the decision to not have public worship this Sunday. I know that will have been a very difficult decision for boards and for local church pastors. It may have been forced upon you because of what local authorities are doing, or you may have made the wise decision yourselves to look after the people that you serve. And so this weekend could be a really odd time, a time of disconnection, when we are used to going out, when we are used to being in community, worshipping and praising God together. And I know that so many of our churches already worship online. And I know that many of you are looking at how you can use online services to serve the people already in your church and also to reach out to those who are looking for a place of worship at this time, are looking to be connected at a time when it's possible to feel isolated and lonely and scared. MCC grew its most when we were dealing with HIV and AIDS. And I know for some of you, this time is conjuring up memories that are difficult or strong emotions. And yet we have that opportunity again to serve in the face of crisis, in the face of uncertainty. And we have the online presence, we have social media, we have so many different ways now to reach out to people than forever before. What are we going to do with this time? How are we going to use our brilliant imaginations, our creativity, our sense of who we are to reach out, to try new things, to create new ministries? Because this is a time of wilderness. It's a time when we are being separated, and yet it's a time for connection. What is it that we're going to do where we can be generous with what we have at a time when people are holding things back, are stockpiling, are not sharing their resources? Some of us can be generous with our time. We can connect through the phone, through social media, with email. We can be the ones who reach out because we're good at that and we like doing it. Some of us will take this time to learn, to prepare. What is it that God is calling you individually to do or to be? And how can you take this time for more learning? Perhaps there's someone in your congregation who uses sign language and you've always wanted to communicate better with them, but somehow felt you didn't have the time just to learn a few words. Perhaps now is that time. We have our MCC sacred space for online learning. There are webinars, there are classes and courses on there. Perhaps there's something in your own personal ministry that you want to attend to. Perhaps there's something that you need to learn so that you are ready when this time is over and we can go back out into the world in new ways. Because this is a time for learning new things. It has been forced upon us, and we can choose how we respond to it. Prayer has no confines. It travels through walls, it travels across boundaries, through time zones. Around the world, I know that there are MCCers who are fierce prayer warriors, and I know that this is your time. We want to connect you. We want to find ways of harnessing that power. And we want to learn from all of you, to share what you are doing, to know that there are different ways of being creative. Some of you have fantastic websites. Some of you are not sure how to really get your website up to speed. So at this time, you can really serve the people that are looking for a spiritual home. We know that some of you will be very imaginative in how you're going to do your online worship and how you're going to lead your online Bible studies and reflection groups. Some of you are already doing these things brilliantly, and we want to share that information. There will be links going out accompanying this video and on different places in social media so that you have connections to different resources. The MCC staff, the governing board, the Council of Elders all want to support you at this time. So let us know what we can do to serve you. Let us share your ideas so that you can share with others around the world. Because one thing is for sure, at this time, we know that we are a global community. This virus is cutting across countries, it's cutting across borders. It is no respecter of passport control. So we have the opportunity to show how global we are, to learn from each other, to grow together at this time, knowing that God is at work. This morning I listened to the worship song Waymaker. I was introduced to this song at the Australian-New Zealand network gathering, and it's stuck with me since. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. And this powerful worship song reminds me that even when I can't see it, God is working. Even when I can't feel it, God is working. And I know that God is working through us, working through you at this time, even in the midst of great uncertainty and just tremendous challenges. God is at work. So be generous with one another. Continue to give financially, because your pastor needs to eat and the bills for your church need to continue to be paid. So if you can, please continue to give. And church boards and pastors, I know you're looking at new ways and imaginative ways that people can do that. Please be safe. Look after yourselves, especially those of you that are in high-risk groups. I know just now it may feel like your independence is being taken away. We want to take care of you. We all want to come out of this. We all want to be together again. So swallow a little bit of dignity perhaps and just stay home, stay safe. Thank you for all that every single one of you is doing at this time. Thank you for taking the difficult decisions that I know that you are having to take. Thank you for being willing to step out and try new things. And thank you to being open to the power of the Holy Spirit as we go through this together. Know that you are in my prayers. Know that I am working with staff and the governing board, the Council of Elders and network leaders to really support you in as many different ways as we can. Keep the ideas coming. Keep the prayer flowing. Keep trusting in God and knowing that MCC is going to survive and thrive at this time. God bless you.